Alrighty, everybody. Now, we're going to shotgun this show today. Why? Because a lot of us was working late last night. I was working all throughout today for our little premiere that's coming this Wednesday. Making tweets, doing this. So, there's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of work. So I can't sit here to tell you guys that I got 8 wonderful videos. I got a few videos I've never shown before. And then we're going to go to Bigfoot Anon's TikTok. And I got a UFO video from Anthony from Undefined X4 that I'm going to show. Now, this video I never showed before is actually Bigfoot in the Sierra Mountains. And they talk a little bit about the TV show Bigfoot, Expedition, whatever they are. And why I like this news video is because Sierra Mountains, baby, it's right above Fresno. Shaver Lake, you know, I know if Sonny was here from Paranormal Chop Shop, he'll know exactly where this is at. So this is kind of a home turf for me. So that's why you guys are seeing maybe a video like, that looks like 9 years old. Well, it's because it is. But it's my hometown. I can do whatever I want. So saying all that, let's jump right into it. And before we start,
after 1 hour,
I'm not going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys a glimpse. Look, looks like a whole new episode. Oh, look, a new character. Wow. So if you guys didn't think we were working on it, you got another thing coming. So I just wanted to show a little sneak peek, but that's all it is. It's just a little sneak peek. So I see Spooky Morales. He's going to have Spooky Morales, guys. Wednesday night, he's going to have what you call an actor breakthrough. I think after this cartoon, Spooky's going to be called by Hollywood since he lives near Hollywood. They're going to call him up and say, hey, we caught you on that wonderful cartoon. We want to hire you. I think Connor and I just gave Spooky a new career.
Yep. The golden key. The golden ticket.
The golden key, golden ticket. So now, Chad Smith's gonna be mad because Spooky won't be on his show, right? Because Spooky's gonna be big time. He's gonna be the new cartoon actor that's out there. So I know he can't wait. But guys, the first video, like I said, this is a Bigfoot in the Sierra Mountains, my hometown.
Meetings ever to be held at Shaver Lakes Community Hall.
About 100 people packed the building there to listen to howls, look at giant footprints, and be part of a national show that's intrigued with the Sierra Mountains. KMPH News reporter Ashley Ritchie has more on why the show is here and the creepy creature cast members hope to find in the woods.
They go where few men have gone before. Looking for something not man at all.
Asked if they just did a howl.
The cast of Animal Planet's Finding Bigfoot travels the country investigating possible sightings. Its latest adventure, the Sierra Mountain Range.
If Bigfoot's real, this is a place that you should be.
They came to hear stories like Ken Gentry's, who says his crew had a huge rock hurled at them while hiking near Three Rivers several years ago.
Very large rock that one of the really athletic guys that's in our crew, Billy, he picked this thing back up and tried to throw it. He couldn't throw it 25 feet. Brother, it had come from 300 feet away on the top of this ridge, and I saw it. And if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd had a hard time buying if that actually happened.
All of these people packed into Shaver Lakes Community Hall, anxious to hear and see the evidence.
Wanted to know if I could be persuaded into believing, and there's some interesting stories in there from a lot of folks.
They heard howling.
It might have been a mountain lion or something. Couldn't have been Bigfoot, I don't think.
But the howls, I mean, they sounded like monkeys to me when they were playing them in the woods, and there's, no wild monkeys out here.
I've heard that exact noise before, but I figured it was just a coyote or somebody
enthusiastically yelling.
1972 was this.
And there was the Bigfoot itself. Well, kind of.
It was pretty huge and obnoxious, kind of cartoonish.
I tell my kids it doesn't exist, but that Bigfoot footprint was definitely scary.
I think that someone could have made that, but because it's awfully big to be an animal.
Bigfoot or big hoax, it's still a big mystery.
Oh, I believe it 100%.
I still have my own beliefs, and I'm not quite a believer yet.
I've never shook one's hand. You know what I mean? I've never played poker with them. I have no idea whether they're real or not.
But the folks at Finding Bigfoot hope the hunt makes good TV. Reporting in Fresno County, Ashley Ritchie, KMPH News.
The Finding Bigfoot crew already finished shooting in the Sierra. No word yet on when the episode will air.
Wouldn't that be exciting if they found something, though?
Kevin Raymer says that he has had
Sat down and had a talk with
them.
one.
Yeah, he says he knows a good way to bring them to him. Something about hot dog juice or something. We'll have to ask him later for you guys.
We'll have to have him tell you that story.
Yeah, it's a good.
You know, Fresno is, unless you guys grew up in Fresno, which I grew up, Sonny would tell you, Fresno's an interesting kind of a city because mountains are right there, but not everybody in Fresno goes to mountains. I mean, there's only a small percentage. So is there a lot of non-believers? Well, yeah, of course. I mean, well, you know, any city you go to, you're going to have your non-believers, you're going to have your believers, and you're going to have people who only believe unless it happens to you. So, you know, you saw the news. Some people believe it, some people don't. One guy says, I never shook hands with it. Well, I'm sure none of us really shook hands with the Bigfoot. I wonder what it would be like to shake hands with a Bigfoot. If you saw a Bigfoot, you stuck your hand out. Would a Bigfoot even shake your hand? I mean, I don't know. But that's my hometown. That's my area. And we all know, every one of us know that Bigfoot exists. Come on. All you guys know. Now, next one. Give me a second. Where is the...
I just had a phone call from Mitchell Cole, our actor Jones, of course, and he's just, very excited about the updates on the movies, and I told him that his lines sound great, but he said he still might send some over to you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a lot of work. This one, it took me to the middle of the night to today, and I'm still not finished. I just let you see an example of what I'm going after because, you got some aliens, creatures, and it was just too many aliens and creatures that sounded too much human-like. So I gotta add some little things to them, Yeah, but facts. It's gonna be there. It'll probably be uploaded tomorrow for the link for Wednesday. I'm doing it tomorrow just in case some people want to try to send me a line saying, hey, try this one. This is cleaner. But the problem is it's got to fit within these seconds. So it's not, it's not as easy as people think it is.
It's the movie magic, man. But we're doing it like a backwards concept, which is very interesting, and I'd love to see other movies that were kind of written the same way we wrote ours. But I know last night, hearing all the guys and the gals saying our lines, that was really magical, especially Spooky. Yeah. I was smiling. I remember I was making a sandwich when he was recording his, and I was like, I wrote that. I like that.
This is how I look at it. If we had a professional studio where we're in one building, we're creating a graphic, everybody's doing it at the same time, you can mold it to whatever you want. This is everybody from around the world. I'm talking about New York, Florida, Washington, California, Michigan, where Chas Smith's from, UK, Andy from the UK. So you got all these multiple places. And, even Big Willie is going to be on it. You have Jamie from one time talking about aliens. So you got all these different states, different places, and we're trying to mold it into something that it's not as easy as people think it is because we're not in one studio. We can't just go, well, he's got a great line. Let's change the graphics to go an extra 4 seconds. You don't have that. So it's a jungle. Okay, I got to sacrifice this. I mean, nobody knows unless you're a member of the channel. You're going to see the bloopers. So if you're a member of the channel, you're going to see the bloopers, and you're going to see some of the full lines that I actually had to cut out a little bit. I show Connor the reason why, because it won't fit. So I know a lot of people ain't going to be able to see that when they see it, but if you subscribe to the channel, you're going to see the bloopers. I'll probably upload it like Friday, and you're going to see some of the cuts that I had to do to make this work. It's fun. It's fun. Now, guys, have you guys ever heard of the Champ Lake Monster?
Oh, yeah.
The
Lake Champlain, baby.
Yep. So I got two videos. One's amazing lake monster footage, and then the other one is the mystery of the Champ Lake Monster. So one is like they see something on the lake, and they're wondering if it's the lake monster. Let's check it out. I know this ain't no like great evidence of a lake monster, but the people believe who shot this believe that black thing that's out there, see you go up right there, is a lake monster.
It's clearly moving. It's not a shadow. It's very large.
It's a log. Well, the thing is, it can't be a log because it's going up and down. A log doesn't like go up and down, so I don't think that's a log. Because, I mean, the water doesn't have that much current in it to have a log go up and down like here. Let's take a look. Let's see if that was a log. Let's see. But then see how, if you actually look at it, it does move, not like I would think a log would. See right there? Right there. So I don't think that would be a log. But I mean, logs do get, you're right, Anthony. I mean, logs do get submerged under the water. They rise back up. I mean, I'm not saying they don't, but
that thing looks like it's moving. I could definitely see how Anthony could see it be a log. If it could change where the water is in the heaviness, it could really thrash it. I just don't think it would consistently move like this. And it seems like it's swirling around. It seemed to create other ripples in other directions. So there's more than just like a tube going there. This is, a structure, something alive, something big with, directions going in multiple areas.
And right here, it looks like almost like it's a head, and then the head part levels back out in the water.
Honestly, this is some of the best sea creature. I know this is like from far away and not zoomed in, but most sea creature footage is like really quick. Like this is like a 30-second and extended thing. It's very cool.
Well, and if you think about it, if you have a phone camera, if you're using it, that could be the middle of the lake, and that's just as far he can zoom. It's not like these phones got super zoom, because that's a huge lake. Okay, that's Lake Champlain. That's a huge ass lake. So now the next one is talks about the mystery of the Champ, the lake monster.
With our waterfront theme this morning, we're turning to the famous sea creature rumored to lurk in our very own Lake Champlain.
Libby and I got a chance to uncover more about the mystery of Champ the lake monster, and here's what we found.
Lake Champlain is known for its beautiful views and its green mountains, but it's also known for its lake monster.
The legend of Champ the lake monster dates all the way back to the 1600s, so we wanted to find out the whole story and maybe even see if we could spot it ourselves.
So we spoke to locals and found out more.
Champ was first documented in 1609 when Samuel D. Champlain was exploring Lake Champlain. And talking to the local Indian tribe, the Abenaki Indians, and they noted to him that there was this creature. Sam Champlain never saw it, but in his journal he wrote, had a picture of it.
It's hard to pinpoint exactly when Champ the lake monster was spotted, but some experts say it was in the 1800s.
And it's really in the late 1800s, around 1870s, that you start to see a champ fervor, sort of like a champ hysteria happening in this area. And so this is the time that P.T. Barnum puts out a ransom, $50,000, to bring back the carcass of Champ. So you have reward seekers coming into the area, chasing this legendary monster. And when you have that kind of publicity, of course, you see a lot more stories. People start to see things more when it's sort of the rage to talk about.
Nina Ritavino says the legend of Champ has evolved over time.
In the 1800s, Champ is really menacing. Champ is described as having often bright red, ferocious eyes. Champ is actually described often as having silver scales and a hood-like head, which is pretty different than the descriptions we see now.
Champ has become a myth, a mascot, and a monster of Lake Champlain.
Locals love Champ, and Champ really extends beyond Burlington, beyond Vermont. I think it's really an icon of Lake Champlain, which spreads across New York, Vermont, and Quebec.
Locals and tourists come to the area to attempt the chance to see Champ.
They come up here and say they're searching for Champ. A lot of families during the summer come up here to Vermont, and they're searching for Champ. The kids know all about it. Mom and Dad are, okay, let's go. But the kids know about it, so they're excited to come on the Spirit of Ethan Allen.
Owner of the Spirit of Ethan Allen says he was aboard the ship when the largest mass sighting of the monster occurred in 1984.
What we saw about 150, maybe 200 feet off the boat, off our port side, left side, following side by side with us, was about 25 feet long.
Shea says an author studying Champ credited that sighting.
He gave us the distinction of being the largest mass sighting of Champ on Lake Champlain ever.
To this day, no one knows if they've actually seen Champ the lake monster, but the search goes on. We even took a try at it, and this is as close as we got. Reporting in Burlington, I'm Libby Farrow.
And I'm Courtney
Cool
Allen.
little statue. That thing looks cool. I like to sit on it.
That's amazing.
I want to sit on it and let somebody take a picture.
Champ is awesome. Definitely one of my favorite lake monsters. There's a minor league baseball team named after them, and I actually wrote to them, and I have an autographed card from Champ, the mascot. So that was a big, notch in my cryptid hunter book, But yes, I love Lake Champlain. I've never been up there. I've been on the Susquehanna River up in New York, and they have their own river monster, seal type creature. But it all probably is connected up in those strange spots.
Champ is too reclusive.
Yeah, you can hang down in the deep waters where the pressure is high, away from the fishermen, away from the hunters, away from the radar. I'm sure there's caves and caverns. And, there's many stories of, like, the Lake Erie Monster and Nessie, going onto land. So maybe in the wetland areas, this serpent-type creature, this plesiosaur, is, propping up in the shade.
And David Martin said he's been on that lake.
Very cool.
Did you feel anything when you're on that lake? Did you see anything, David? Did you feel that there was something there? There's people who say they can feel that something doesn't belong there. Or actually, technically, it does belong there if it lives there. I mean, we're the ones who probably don't belong there. It's not like we could breathe on the water. That's their land. That's their country. So beyond that, guys, we're going to skip today and go straight into UFOs. I'm going to show a video that Anthony sent me to show you guys. So let's get into some UFOs. Right. Where is it? Facebook changed their name to Meta Business, whatever stupid crap they want to call themselves. So this is machine looks. Make sure it's big enough. Okay. Let me see if I can make that a little bigger too. Well, let's be personal here.
Target.
Is that gonna look good right there? Okay, it's good enough.
big bright son of a gun.
Look at that thing. It is moving.
Huh. I'm getting interference, believe it or not, with the compass on my device. It's going southwest, south-southwest, north-northeast, south-southwest, north-northeast. It's all over the place, the gyro. That's weird. Never had that happen before. It's just totally going haywire. Huh. That is weird. I've never seen that happen yet on this camera yet.
He has a compass on his camera? That's cool.
That goes back to Dr. Wu saying, every photograph should,
North, northeast, north, south, southwest, north, northeast, west, west, northwest. South. It's all up.
Anthony, what are you doing shooting lasers in the sky, Anthony? Shame on you shooting lasers.
It reacts to the laser, though.
I know.
That.
I think I remember because he was showing this on his channel on his last show, and I think somebody in the chat was writing, "You're not supposed to be doing lasers in the sky." So I was just recopying somebody who was saying that in his chat on his channel.
Gotcha.
You
should see the recommendations people give me. I'd be in the dumpster behind some place if I listened to some of that.
Let me see here. Who is? Give me 1 second right here. Who is Larry? Who is Larry? Okay, now, I'm not gonna do intros for different segments. Danny asked me to take a look at this other Mandela effect, but I gotta be honest with you. I'll show you guys, but I don't really know this actor too well, to be honest with you. His name is Larry Storch, and the title is Mandela Effect. When did Larry Storch die? So I don't know. I never follow this guy's career. But for people in the chat who does know Larry Storch, let's see what he says here. It's only 30 seconds. How come there's no volume? Oh, there. Okay.
Larry Storch.
Can I go backwards? Oh, here we go.
This just come out. We all know that. Larry Storch just now died here in 2022. This month, as a matter of fact. But check this out, YouTube. To some people, like my friend Pat McCormick, he died 2 years ago.
Okay.
That's right, Eric. Check this out. 2 years ago. Greetings, YouTube. Danny I got a new Mandela effect.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it could be. I just don't know the actor super well. And so I never follow him. So even if somebody would have said to me 2 years ago, 5 years ago, hey, Larry Storch died, I'd be like, okay, who's that? I'm just being real. I just don't know this guy. I know I've seen like that movie because my father watched a lot of the old, like very old Westerns, and I never say, well, who's that actor? Who's that actor?
The coolest part is, it could have been just like he remembered it, but he found the residue. He found a video 2 years ago that said he died. So I love it, man. That's very interesting. But of course, we do know with, Hollywood and all this social media stuff, sometimes there is fake rumors of deaths. But again, the residue is right there. And I'm sure there's dozens of reports. If one report came out, there's probably a handful.
Yeah. And, this kind of report, I would listen to a guy like Danny. Now, if a 20-year-old was telling me, I'd be like, well, how do you have a memory of this actor? Come on, give me a break. But, Danny and I were older, so I can see Dan. I'll listen to Danny on this one. Like, okay, I get it. 2 years ago, it is weird, when people die, you're like, oh, I thought he already died. I know that recently did that to me this year when somebody told me somebody died. I'm like, I thought that like 3 years ago. I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who the actor was, but that's a good one, Danny. Hey, you keep putting them out because you're trying to find people who have the same memory as you. You know, a lot of people who remember this actors. So good one. All right, guys, let's jump on over to some TikTok videos.
Let's see it.
Bigfoot Anonymous, and I'm here at Falling Waters State Park in Shipley, Florida, the tallest waterfall in the state and some of the deepest sinkholes. So I am not surprised that there is legends of a skunk ape here. Thank you to Dale Cox and 2A TV for first reporting. But right here, I got my feet on the ground searching for the monster that a woman once saw about 2 years ago. She was hiking with her dog, and she heard crackling from behind her. She saw a skinny, dark creature that seemed to have a hood on. Man, it kind of reminds me of the Flatwoods Monster. But around here, I'm looking for the skunk ape and crawlers, like from The Descent, that look like Gollum. Spooky stuff. It's misty out here. I feel a monster's near. We're gonna experiment some things. See if I can bring them. Yo.
Pause for a second. Let me see here. Somebody in the chat. Where is it? I heard Eddie Van Halen died. Anyone know? Oh, he died 2 years ago. Eddie Van Halen died 2 years ago, and I wish that was Mandela effect. I wish he was still alive. I mean, if anybody in the chat in life has not been able to ever see Eddie live, let me tell you guys something. The fucking guy is he's everything you heard about the guy. He is amazing live. I've seen him twice, and his solos just blows you a freaking way. So, yeah, he died 2 years ago. That's one Mandela effect. I wish it happened. I wish I'd wake up tomorrow and Eddie was alive, but he's not. You know, he's not. And I tell you guys what, he's got a son named Mozart Van Halen, and he has a band called Mammoth. He's got a band called Mammoth, and let me tell you guys something. His son, Eddie's son, Mozart, is fucking good. That kid on his album did his own drums, his own bass, his own guitar. He did every instrument on his album. Now, when he goes plays live, he actually has a band. But on his albums, he does it all himself. So in that family, they got some musicians. The brother, Alex. Now, if you guys remember the history of Van Halen, Alex was actually the guitar player, and Eddie was actually a drummer. And then they decided to switch one day, and the rest is history. So, unfortunately, Shelly, he did die 2 years ago, and I just hope that I wake up tomorrow, he's alive. I'm like, what? I just talked about him yesterday that he died. I want that conversation. I want people to think I'm crazy because I'd rather have him alive than dead.
Fair.
And why they haven't given the fucking guy a tribute yet? A tribute show? I don't fucking understand. I dumbfounded by that.
A quick summary of that video real quick, though. It's Falling Waters State Park in Washington, Florida. There was a hooded Sasquatch spotted by a woman and her dog, and there's been a lot of strange stories in the area ever since, and there's tons of sinkholes and caverns and a lot of stained soil over there. And my mom and I have went out there a few times and heard some strange things, and I found some footprints last time I was out there. But yes, the Falling Woods hooded Sasquatch.
Yeah, we keep telling people, God, you guys got to go watch Bigfoot's channel. Watch his videos. When he goes explore, he tells you the whole history. He tells you the story behind the story. He's just not walking in the woods saying, look, that might be Bigfoot. He tells you, well, who's seen something, the history. If there's a history there, whatever there is, Connor's going to dig it out and he's going to find it.
Part of the experience, man.
I met David Rod skating on Venice Beach. Actually, guys, my sister-in-law, when David was doing a tour up here, he was staying at the hotel where my sister-in-law was working at, and at the time, she was a waitress. It's many years ago, and David Lee Roth asked her to go back to his hotel room. She did it, but I actually have a sister-in-law that was asked to go into David Lee Roth's bedroom. I said, you should have went.
For sure.
That's Diamond Dave, baby. That's Diamond
I'm sure
Dave.
she thinks about that often.
I know. Well, Connor, why can't we have like famous female bands or actresses ask us to go back in their bedroom? We don't have to, but why
I'm working
can't?
hard for that. I actually reached out to this famous TikToker yesterday because she was talking about a Bigfoot encounter that she had, and I asked her to come on the podcast, and she said yes. So hopefully soon we're gonna have her. And it was in Falk, Arkansas, where the Boggy Creek Monster is. So I'm super looking forward to that conversation.
Yeah, really. Here, let's do this. Let's also. Where is this? Oh no, not this here. Let me get rid of. I have too many tabs open. I hate that. So let's jump out of here. Let me share the screen here, and let's go to this YouTube here, and let's type in a brown dwarf. Let's see what he has up. Let's check out some of our friends. Oh, I hate that. I have him.
It's down there though. You can scroll. You can find him. He's down there.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. I'm subscribed to him. It's just I got a big.
You already. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
When you got like over 200, so it's hard to go down and find it. So let's see what our friend has.
I'm subscribed to like 10 times that. Everybody should subscribe to me and Eric. If you're not subscribed, you effing up.
Ooh, Bluff Creek. We know about Bluff Creek.
You're live on air. What's your name and where you from?
Oh, that's Chasing the Truth.
Sean G, what's up, man? It's Brown Dwarf calling.
Hey,
from
Brown,
Northern California. I'm actually, what's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, Brown Dwarf is calling Sean G.
Figured that would be the easiest thing to do. Pull that up.
That's cool. Let's see here. Let's see what he's got going on in this world. In Patty's Woods. Oh. Patty's Woods.
Anthony, pay attention, man. This is where your girl is, bro.
Bluff Creek area. Checking out this little forest here.
And it's really cool seeing Brown Dwarf go out with some big name expeditionists. He's been out with Tate, John Easley, and a bunch of those other West Coast guys. It's just really cool that I see Brown Dwarf as just like an independent, cool dude from this, community. And then the fact that he's actually linking up with some people that, are big cojones. It's very cool.
It's California, baby. Yep. Yeah. Look at those trees.
So much to hide behind, for sure.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of good stuff. Bug Creek Expedition window, Bigfoot Days Festival. Bigfoot Days Festival. Look at that.
Trying to go live, but
that's cool. Look at that Bigfoot Days Festival.
I'm just checking to see if anyone else is around.
That is awesome. It's good to see good people like that. Let's go to UFO Man. He's always got a lot of good UFO videos on there, like UFO sites. Let's see here. They're here. Disclosure has already happened. Ooh, what has already happened?
There's a sense of urgency because people said, well, why now?
Well, because it's not on our time scale, not on our timeline. It's not up to us. They're here, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. They're here. The question is why? What's the purpose? We need to start asking ourselves some pretty direct questions about this topic. There is a sense of urgency because every day that we fail to acknowledge and recognize what's really going on, we stay in the veil of darkness. This is real. This is here. This is now. Our country has already acknowledged. I mean, I hate to say this, but disclosure's already happened. We now have the acknowledgement from former and current directors of national intelligence and CIA and presidents and I mean, everybody says, yeah, it's real. It's here. Now the question is, we don't know what it is or where it's from or what they want and who's behind the wheel and intentions and whatnot. So to some regard, the hard part is still yet to come.
Yeah, so basically, the government's saying they're here, and now we just got to do our own work. And here, unknown objects accelerate after passing under a satellite. All right, let's check out this one.
Man, here's a clip coming from the Starlink mission dated July 7th, 2022 at 9:11 a.m. in the morning. You will see an object fly out from underneath a rocket and accelerate to frame left. Is it a cube UFO, a pyramid-shaped UAP, or is it debris? Make an assessment. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Coming up will be several replays and enlargements where I have also enhanced the footage so you can see it better by either darkening it or lightening it up. Take a look. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think it is. Coming up are 4 still shots and then a short replay and then 2 more still shots. If you like the video, hit that like.
This would not be enough for me to think it's a flying object that's a plane or spaceship. I would for me go towards more of it's a debris. Not enough for me to say it's a spaceship because it's like a piece of junk that's just flying by. It wasn't going left or right. It was going one direction, so it's not enough for me to say that's a spaceship. To me, that's probably a debris, but maybe not. I mean, it could be a spaceship, but for me, I'm going to say it's a debris.
Very, very interesting. I think the footage is fascinating, regardless of what it is. A lot of these times, though, what my data has led me to believe, a lot of this NASA crap, footage from spaceships or the ISS or Starlink, all this is just made in a studio, and then they put these UFOs, UAPs, space debris, weird light in it to manipulate us, to get us talking about it, to even buy into any of that being real. But that's just what I believe. But regardless, the clip is super fascinating. I just think it's mass programming.
Yeah, I mean, nothing surprises, in this world, nothing will ever surprise me ever again. This one it's called Fireball over USS Ronald Reagan, possibly a probe deployed by UAP craft. All right, let's take a look.
So another thing about this weird object is I'm not that familiar with these glowing fireballs. Have you come across, I showed you a graphic, and have you come across any descriptions like that in your career?
Yes, absolutely, and they're not uncommon. What seem to be these orbs or luminous balls of almost like plasma-like balls. And some have even speculated that these are similar to, from something we're familiar with, could be compared to unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, or drones, basically probes, if you will, that are related to UAP and potentially even launched deployed from an actual UAP craft.
Okay. Well, we're gonna jump into Amber's Periworld channel, and she's always got some interesting stuff. And of course, she's got some longer videos. I'm not gonna play the whole video, but she's got one right here that's called Cheryl's Grave: Murder in Cabin 13. So let's just check out a little bit of it.
Cheryl, was that you? Yes. I'm so sorry what happened to you. I hope you know that he is in prison and he's not getting out. Did you know what he was going to do to you? Hello? Do you remember what year that happened? Can you tell me what year it was?
If somebody could put her link in the chat, I appreciate it. And guys, the best thing about her, also, she goes out on these investigations. You know, that's really Amber going out, and she's got ton of videos live from Lake Shawnee. I mean, she's
and Lake Shawnee is the most notorious, famous haunted lake in the Virginia area. It's West Virginia, but the whole Virginia area. So the fact, I give Amber so much props, man, because she, one, hosts a live show, and she does great as a radio host, and two, she's out there, you know, talking to the woodman, extraterrestrials, and these spirits. And then three, even just as a friend, a supporter, and someone in this community, she is always, you know, stepping up to the plate with, you know, being consistent with her, you know, creativity, and then also, you know, she's a member of both our channels. She shares the stories. Like, I'm very happy I met Amber.
Oh, and there's a great interview with her from the Nono Boss channel. If you guys go to Nono Boss channel, she did an interview with Amber's Periworld. Great interview. You guys really want to check that interview out. And of course, she's been on our channel too. She's been on this channel, but Nono Boss did a great interview with her.
And Nona Boss also had a really, really good interview on her most recent show with Robin McCrae, who she has a telepathic connection with the Sasquatch and with these ancient entities of the forest. And man, she said some crazy, groundbreaking information that correlates with a lot of other people with those connections. And she confirmed a few things for me. Grisha's existence was very cool. And then just all the sacred energy that really connects everything. Everything that I'm really putting all my energy into is, you know, is part of it. So it was just good to have that, you know, pat on your shoulder and say you're doing what you need to do, you know.
Yep. And then guys, remember when Connor did a video of the Georgia Guidestones? Unidentified S4 on his channel has the where they blow it up. Here, let me go here. Georgia Guidestone bomb 2022. Let's take a look.
TV footage from the Georgia State Police Department of the Georgia Guidestone bombings. Have a look at this horrific act.
The most recent announcement to come from the Georgia Guidestones is that a bulldozer has knocked down the remaining stones. This photograph was just uploaded to social media an hour ago. Multiple photographs.
And you were able to look at it yourself, Connor, before they took all the rest down.
Yep, that was a big bucket list spot for me, especially for everybody who's conspiracy theorist and flat earther and everything. That really combines everything. But man, yeah, there's a hole that is in there that goes right to the North Star to Polaris every day of the year, so that was a big thing for me. And then the big conspiracy behind it, how they were going to put the population down to 500 million, and we're at like 8 billion right now, so that'd be a huge subtraction. And yeah, a lot of people are deciding if it was independence, tried taking it down with the New World Order, or is this all to the schedule of, Bill Gates and the 33rd degree Freemasons and everybody else that set these things up. So yeah, I think it's just another, notch in the day, because everything is leading to, it's all coming. The grand finale is during our lifetime, guys.
Yep. Now, I don't know if Anthony is still here in the chat, because here's a UFO that's supposed to be in New York. UFO, let me see here. Let me get it up here. This is UFO over Attica, New York, July 18, 2022. 3 separate lights, orb-like appearance, 5 minutes apart. The first light was second floor. I'm not going to read that whole fucking thing. But I don't know if Anthony's here to know that if you heard about this sighting in New York. But let's check it out.
There's the second one. Another one. I just saw one of these. It's not going to come out good on my camera, but it is a small yellow orb with a red outer layer and no sound, moving pretty quick, heading in the same general direction as the one before it just a couple minutes ago. This is unbelievable. I never thought I'd see something like this. I've always believed, never seen it before. Finally see it. This is amazing.
Yeah, right there in New York. And then here's one. We're gonna jump on over to. There's actually a new video drop by Tippa TV, which they've been gone for a while. Now they're back. Let me go here. This is captured footage caught by Melissa Cruz, July 12, 2022. Let's take a look what they catch. Must have missed it. Let's see here. Let's go back to it. So now what are they saying they capture here? Let's see here. Let's see what it says. Great catch. We definitely didn't notice this anomaly captured during filming or editing. There was no wind, nor did the bag make any noise when it moved. Okay. So apparently there's a bag here, and this bag moved. So let's back up. Let's back up, everybody. And let's stare at these bags to see if these bags move. All right, here we go. Oh, see the blue? It went down. Look at that. Oh, wow. That's pretty good, because they're saying there's no wind there. So they're saying that. They're saying there was no wind blowing it down. Eric, you should see the pictures and video. I have the last one I saw, almost the same as this. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, Crawley. Hold on. Okay, Crawley, I just gave you a wrench. So put that link there where I could get to it right away. So give me that link, Crawley, and we'll take a look at it, Crawley. But Connor, did you see that bag move?
No, I was too much into the phone call.
So there's two bags. There's a blue plastic bag and it bends down. Now what they're saying is Connor, is that there's no wind, there's no nothing to below. So just stare at those. There's a camouflage, but it's the blue bag. Stare at it. Okay. Here we go. See, it's bent down.
That's a quick eye.
Yeah, and they wrote it in the description that to my pictures and video. If you have it linked or somehow where I could show it, you know, I would like to see your picture or video. So, what was in said bag? Well, I mean, what they wrote here, guys, in this here, it says, great catch. We definitely didn't notice the anomaly captured during film or editing. There was no wind, nor did the bag make any noise when it moved. So, well, a plastic bag moving, sometimes you don't hear a noise. So that part I don't care, but the main part of it is they're saying there was no wind. So if there's no wind, how did it move? So that's a good question. That's a good one.
Interesting catch.
So know that. All right. So everybody, like I said, it's not a normal full show because I've been working on the other projects. You know, tonight, you know, I'll probably have more things set up for tomorrow's show. But seriously, everybody, you got to get ready for Wednesday night. Oh,
hey, do you know Pat?
I'm not going to press play, but look at these characters here. You don't want to miss this, people. You don't want to miss it because it's going to. So, Crawley, do this for me, Crawley. For tomorrow's show, Instagram me, email me, or whatever. Show me the pictures, give me the pictures, and I'll have that ready to show it tomorrow. If you want me to, you don't have to, but if you want me to show it tomorrow, do it. But guys, get ready for Wednesday night. I know Hobbs excited. I love it. Yeah. And did you guys notice just in that one little shot, some of the coloring is different. It's different. But beyond that, guys, I want to thank Connor for jumping on, and I want to thank you guys for jumping on with me. I know today's a little shot, but I think we had a great time. We saw some good footages, and it's a wonderful day. I'm just so excited, doing a lot of work, getting stuff ready, and I just hope you guys come back tomorrow and Wednesday night. And I hope you guys really, truly enjoy what you're going to see. Episode
Eric, can you show my flyer? Here, I sent it to your Instagram. I'm hosting a camp out, guys, in Tennessee in October, and I hope you guys can make it. And I'm going to be hosting it with Manimal Research. And we had a great time last year. It's on Cohutta Mountain, which translates to Big Frog. It's up in Tennessee, so please come camp with me on the back of a mud fossil. It'll be super magical. And then the very next week, I'm going to be speaking at the Florida Paracon in Tallahassee. But yes, that right there, the 3rd annual East Tennessee Squatch Out, October 14th to 15th. And I know Terry Brown's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Hopefully BF Bud, a bunch of my friends and family. And I'm just super excited.
I haven't noticed, or maybe I'm not getting notifications, but I haven't noticed any more interviews and videos they're doing. Have they been doing it?
Yeah, they haven't been putting anything out. Wayne and Jasper have been doing their own things, but they've been both active, and I was really happy to hear that they were coming back together to host this camp out. So I think all in due time, everything's meant to be. As long as, everybody acts like an adult, I think we'll be all good. And it's crazy, but, the hippie, pothead, wild dude is the least problematic out of everybody there. So should be pretty interesting.
No, that's exciting. Manimal Research, Old Bear's Den of Bigfoot, Bigfoot Anon, Thunder Rock Lampground, Big Frog Mountain.
Yep, and it's right by the Expedition Bigfoot Museum, so I'm definitely going to stop by there again. I'm just really excited. And then this weekend, the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference, Flat Rock Booger and I are going up there, and we just locked up Cades Cove, which is the most haunted location up in the Smoky Mountains. That's where we're camping. That's where Dennis Martin and his family started their adventure right before he went missing. I'm super excited. Thank you to Steve Stockton. He gave me a copy of his Smoky Mountains book so I could be doing research all week. There's actually a Smoky Mountains triangle. It's like the Bermuda Triangle, the Bridgeport Triangle. It's the Smoky Mountains Triangle. I am just so excited. I got my Sandra Bullock movie over there, 28 Days. It's a chick flick, but it was filmed in Cades Cove too. So, you know, I do it for it all, but I'm just so excited, and I'm definitely going to leave my mark because, you know, they messed up by not having me speak. So during the encounters, you know, intermission, I'm going to go up there and just give them my hour spiel. But if you guys don't like my voice, buy my words on paper. Panhandle Pirates. It's on Amazon. Check it out. And again, guys, oh man, you know, I wish I had a favorite podcaster out there that was pumping out books, movies, documentaries, you know, so it'd be nice if you guys, you know, gobble them up a little bit. I'm going to run out of gas one day.
Gobble them up, and then support his channel, support this channel, and then if you guys enjoy the content, I mean, I don't know how many channels you guys get honestly say that's doing 2D animations for you people. I don't know how many channels you can say he's doing that. Well, we are. And I'm just going to say they're not cheap. They are not cheap to do. And it's a lot of work that a lot of people put into it behind the scenes, in front of you. You guys seen the bloopers. It is literally a lot of work. And I'm still not finished. And I still got to get it tweaked and finished to have it uploaded tomorrow for Wednesday. I needed to get it uploaded so everybody can start sharing it out. Say, hey, Wednesday night. You know, longer I wait, less. But guys, please do me a favor. Guys, seriously, do me a favor. Since episode 2 comes out Wednesday night, if you get a chance, re-share the first episode. Let me get the link for it real quick. Because as of right now, hold on a second. Let me get the re-link for it. Because as of right now, it's sad to say that there's only been 425 views on it. Honestly, I think, I don't know how only 425. I think it's some good stuff. I was hoping to have over 1,000 by episode 2, but it is what it is. I mean, I can't cry about it, but this is the link to episode 1. If you guys can reshare that today, I don't know, tell people if you like this one and episode 2 is coming Wednesday night, maybe restart the energy for it, because let me tell you, the second one has more fighting, maybe more surprises. There's actually some death in it, maybe. I'm not saying for sure, but it is totally different than the first one. It's same animation, but a little different flavor. Great story, but different than the first one. I think everybody's going to enjoy it. So please reshare the first one. Get that flavor started. Get that blood flowing. And then the magic's going to happen. But beyond that, guys, have a great day.